So if you're looking for a free template that you can use in FL Studio, well, in this video, we're gonna show you exactly how to do that. But not only that, I'm giving you a free template with free plugins. If you've been to this channel before, or if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you want more videos on music production tips and tutorials. I've done a video like this, but I've used expensive plugins, you know what I'm saying? And if you wanna check that video out, a vocal template with more expensive plugins, you can click that video up at the top right to get more insight on that. But in this video, I'm just gonna show you the exact same thing, but with free plugins, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of you don't have, you know, the most expensive plugins, but you guys have FL Studio. So while you're downloading the template, you know what I'm saying, I'm just gonna pretty much explain how to set it up with your session or with your artist. And make sure you stick around to the end of the video for a special giveaway on Omnisphere. So like I said before, this video is more focused on free plugins. So I have a session here pulled up in FL Studio. Now I did not record this session in FL Studio. I recorded it in Pro Tools, but I bring it in here just so I can mix the vocals for you guys, and you can download this and upload this to your own computer and, you know, record yourself to your own beats with your DAW. Without dragging the video on too long, let's just go ahead and get started, man. So right now I started out with a parametric EQ, you know what I'm saying? Super easy to use, but let's just jump into why I did what I did. So the first thing I just did a bass roll off around 80 hertz, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to go too high up, you know what I'm saying? When you're at like 100 hertz or something like that, 120 hertz, you're a little bit too high. So, you know, I stopped at around 80. You can go as low as like 60, you know what I'm saying? Maybe even 70. In this particular case, I stopped around 80. So that's what I did. The next thing that I did was I started to look for some frequencies that I wanted to take out that was muddying up my vocal. But let's just go ahead and listen to the vocal real quick.
Not trying to wake up the next day struggling. It's the main reason I'm waking up hustling. Gotta stand tall when you low, never stumbling. Getting no money, then you just malfunctioning. Toxicity, you reeking, it's troubling. Stack it up, we call it bundling. You trying to feed me the life that you covering. Not talking about work, you just mumbling. You persistent on trying to get hoes. You better slow it down, working your goals.
Them vocals clean, boy.
You trying to launch just to kick it, it shows. You wanna ride, but can't buckle down. Got a pound in that word, about to break it down. I cannot see how you settle for less. Came up from nothing, I'll never forget. When niggas around you.
Yeah, okay, so that was just a quick little, you know what I'm saying, playback of just what it sounded like real quick. But let's just jump into like the effects that I'm using. And like I said, I'm only using free effects just so you can hear what it sounds like, you know what I'm saying? The only thing that I kept in Pro Tools was just the auto-tune, you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't have auto-tune, you can download like a free one. There's a free one called K-Roll V. If you would like to know more on plugins that you can download for free to add into your session, click the card up here where I've done a whole video about it. But I didn't use this in this session. I used the actual auto-tune, and then I exported it out just without any effects other than the auto-tune, just so I can show you this, guys. So let's get back to the EQ. So here's the EQ. I went ahead and dropped off some of the bass a little bit. It's called a high pass filter. You let the highs pass and not really the lows, you know, that's why it's called a high pass. And you know, I added just a little bit of bass around this area. Okay, here you go. So you can see right here, I added a little bit of bass, and I took out this frequency right here. So I felt like around this frequency, let's just jump this up real quick so you can hear what I took out.
Not trying to wake up the next day struggling. It's the main reason I'm waking up hustling. Gotta stand tall when you low, never stumbling. Getting no money, then you just malfunctioning. Toxicity, you reeking, it's troubling. Stack it up.
So around there, you know what I'm saying, I just shoot through and just tried to find some effects that I really didn't want to have in there before I started compressing. So the next one that I took out was around 300 hertz. Like whenever you're doing vocals, and male vocals in particularly, sometimes females, depending on how deep the voice is, you know, if you got a deep voice, girl, you know, whatever. But around 350 hertz, you know, those hertz are kind of like muddy for vocals, you know what I'm saying? Depending on, you know, the vocal, of course, but you want to search around that area, you know, 300, maybe even 200, you know what I'm saying, depending on the person. Search around and figure out where it's muddy at, and let's just hear how muddy mine was before, or let's just hear what frequency I'm actually taking out.
Not trying to wake up the next day struggling. It's the main reason I'm waking up hustling. Gotta stand tall when you low, never.
As you can see, when I turned that up, it was a whole lot muddy, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want that in my session. I don't want no muddy vocals, no nothing. So I want to clean it up as much as possible. So that's what I took out, boom. So just keep in mind too, when you're doing this and you're adding this to your session, you also want to just at least try to adjust some of the effects just a little bit, as much as you can, to really fine tune this for your vocals. You know what I'm saying? Because I fix this towards my vocals. Well, here go a boost right here at 2000 hertz. Now at 2000 hertz for male vocals, you know what I'm saying, you're going to hear more of the vocal as much as possible. Around 2000 to 3000 hertz, those frequencies pretty much just sits around where the vocals like can be heard the most, you know what I'm saying? And I boosted around there. And for where I took out, 4000 hertz, like I'll say it again, 4000 hertz is not a great frequency for males. You know what I'm saying? You want to take that out. Well, for females, it's a little bit different. You probably want to boost around there. That's where their vocals are setting the most, and you can hear that more. But since I'm a male, I take out around 4000 hertz. So boom. So after that, I pretty much just boosted, some of the high ends, and just to get more clarity. And that was it. So now next, adding in a compressor. What I literally did was I literally went to blower and just changed the effects up, because when you hit blower, it sits on soft. And actually, I think it's on the blower settings, actually. Yeah, if I go to blower real quick, it's probably not gonna change. Yeah, it's not. All right, so, and then what I did earlier, I changed this to like hard, you know what I'm saying? Because I want just a harder compression, or maybe. But you can change it to whatever. Maybe let me change it to benches. And I turned this down to like 3.8, you know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy. And then boom, just left it like that. The next thing I did was added another EQ. So on this EQ, I wanted to add just a little bit more low end. The vocal was already great, but I just wanted to add a little bit more presence to make you understand that this person is really hearing this song, you know what I'm saying? In the low end, I added around 130 hertz, you know what I'm saying? Nothing too crazy, but just added just a little boost. And then I took out a little bit more too, around 200. Like I said, 200 and the 350 hertz, those are really muddy. 281 hertz was kind of muddy for me. So I took a little notch out right there for that. Around 1500 hertz, that's where it's a little bit more like presence, if you want to add that to your vocal. So that's what I did. So like if you ever feel like, hey, you add this to your vocal and it has too much presence, or it doesn't have enough presence, you probably even want to turn this up or turn it down depending on your particular situation. And same thing with the bass. If you feel like it has way too much bass, turn the bass up here, turn it down, and then boom, that's it, fix your problem. I took around the 750, 100 hertz, I took out that frequency. Felt like it was just a little bit too SE, too much for that, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't really find a de-esser. I should have looked for a de-esser or whatever, but I didn't. I just took that frequency out, dialed it down, and then boom, let's move on to the next one, which is another free plugin. This one is free. I love this on vocals. I even use this on Pro Tools, you know what I'm saying? So I highly recommend using this plugin. I pretty much just added some punch to it. When you get this, it'll start at 0. I brought it up to like 3, and it was too loud because let me show you real quick.
Not trying to wake up the next day struggling. It's the memory.
You want the green to be lighting up on your vocals. So if it's too loud, you know what I'm saying, you'll see like exactly if it's too loud or too low. And then you need to bring it up or bring it down accordingly to make sure that green light is lit, and then your vocals will be lit. Next, I added just a quick little reverb, you know what I'm saying, nothing too crazy. And I just turned it down extremely low because I don't want my vocals to be reverby on the verse, you know what I'm saying? Because this part, what you're hearing now, is just the verse, Maybe like if I did some ad-libs or something, I'll probably make a little bit more reverby, but I didn't. So boom. And the next thing I added was a delay. Now this delay, it's a simple delay, it's free, you know what I'm saying? But I turned it down, and this just makes the vocals just sound really good. Let's just hear the delay real quick without the beat.
Not trying to wake up the next day struggling. It's the main reason I'm waking up hustling. Gotta stand tall when you learn, never stumbling. Getting no money, then you just malfunctioning. Toxicity, you reeking is troubling. Stack it up.
That's a pretty cool delay, you know what I'm saying? Nothing too crazy, but I turned it down so it's not too much in your face. You know what I'm saying? I want the vocal to be in your face, not the delay, you know what I'm saying? But you guys can play around with that, and if you open this in your session, regardless of what your tempo is, it should sync to your tempo, and you should be fine with that. The last thing that I added some kind of soft clipper. Now, personally, I don't even know why I added this. This was just a placeholder, really. I don't know. I mean, you can really take this out if you want to. It really doesn't do much. Let's just hear it real quick.
Not tryna wake up the next day struggling. It's the main reason I'm waking up hustling. Gotta stand tall when you low, never stumbling. Getting no money, then you just malfunctioning. Toxicity, you reeking, it's troubling. Stack it up, we call it bundling. You tryna feed me the life that you covering. Not talking about work, you just mumbling. You persistent on trying to get hoes. You better slow it down, work on your goals.
It really didn't do much. I don't even know why I added it, so don't even worry about that. I'm just going ahead and take it out for you. But you can add some other stuff in here, like a spreader or a widener, or you know what I'm saying, all type of effects. You know, you can add it in. If you got RC20, you can probably add that in there. Do some crazy stuff with your vocals. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even know if that's free or not. I actually kind of want that plugin low key. But there you go. I pretty much set this up for you guys. Hopefully you like it. And hey, if you made it this far, I'm giving away 5 copies of Omnisphere, which I love, which is the perfect program for music creators like yourself. If you want to enter this giveaway, all you got to do is subscribe to the channel and comment down below what you would like to see on this channel. If you're a new producer and you'd like to see something in particular, you know what I'm saying, like how to do a particular thing, let me know. If you're experienced, you know what I'm saying, same thing with you. Let me know what exactly you would like to learn, and I would pretty much either look it up for you if I don't know it, or I pretty much just go ahead and just teach it for you, make a video on it. Thank you for everyone that's been subscribing to the channel. We made it to 2,000, you know what I'm saying, at the recording of this video. We're at 2,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate everyone showing support and love to the channel. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be here without you guys. Without further ado, you know, you guys have this free template to use for yourself, and I hope you guys make some great music with this. Hope you guys stay safe, and remember, it's only a matter of time. Peace.